Fellonius, and I'm going to jap again. Now, I'm not one that really like to make some sort of competition out of culture creativeness. I mean, I doubt that you really can compete in and compare movies, music, art, or even Minecraft custom maps. It's more of, like the Oscars, it's more of a comparing entertainment. It's more of some sort of annual talking about what you did last year and making it an entertainment at the same time. And we do compete in much of the other stuff. But in Europe, we have a competition, call it for that, that's called Eurovision Song Contest. All the public service TV channels in Europe have gathered together and are transmitting this ESC to most of the European countries, of course, and also to Australia. So that, by the way, are going to compete this year, 2015. And why, you can always read about it on the net. Now, I've been following that ESC for most of my life, up to a point, of course. Suddenly in, I don't know, 1994, perhaps 93, 94, I got tired of it, totally tired of it. But you did follow it mostly because it was something to talk about at work, wasn't it? So it was an easy one. We are having, each country is having its own competition first to decide which song we should send. Song and artist, actually, because the song and artist are connected. Back in those days when I stopped watching this, it was 10 different songs picked by a jury of professionals, so it should be good quality. And then we saw the 10 songs. We, as a nation, could phone in and vote for the one that we liked. And the 5 best got to a second round, and there we picked the winner. And that winner song was then sent off to the European final in May, somewhere in mid-May. And that's it. One Saturday night you can have your Eurovision Song Contest Swedish ways, and then some months later you had it the European style. The same thing. But, of course, things must change. First of all, there are a lot of new countries entering by being European suddenly on the former East states. First of all, of course, they are welcome. Before that, we had 22, I think it was 20 or 22 nations competing. But they have joined us, and we are like 40-something now. That's okay. I can always accept that. But in Sweden, we changed the whole thing. And I'm not totally sure about the numbers, so if I'm getting them wrong, okay, try to live with it. Nowadays, it starts like in February, and then we have like 6 to 10 different types of Saturdays when we are going to decide who is going to be the final winner. And it starts with different places in Sweden, and they have like 6 to 10, I'm not totally sure about that number either, songs competing. And some of those who doesn't get voted on phone or apps or whatever are then some of them goes directly to the final, someone goes directly to something called second chance, I think, and then we have last chance or fifth wheel, or and if you didn't vote for that song that they didn't want, they just send it to next final again, and that I have no idea. And then, to top it all off, the final, I can't really understand the final either. And in between this, suddenly Sweden are having its own Eurovision Song Contest hybris, because it's going totally, of course, it's the journalists wrong again. First off, it has a new name. Before this, we called it the Melody Festival. Simple and all that. And in Europe, they call it Eurovision Song Contest. But now in Sweden, we have to call it Mello. Yes. And according to the Mello, they couldn't call it Mellis. They would want that, but Mellis is already taken. It's a childish word for the snack you get in between meals. It's taken from mellanmål, between meals. So Mellis is something else. So they have to do this Melody Festival to Mellow. And then you have Mellow Candy, Mellow Chips, Mellow Bananas, you have mellow songs, you have mellow artists, you have mellow TV shows, you have mellow discussions, you have mellow homepage, you have everything is mellow. And if you're not into it, you are not able to get rid of it. It's always mellow, mellow, mellow on news, on papers, on everywhere. For weeks. It's not like it's just one Saturday and then you are going to the final like that. No. Now it has to be forever. And back in my days, it was good quality on most of the 10 songs. Now we have like 60, 70, 100 songs, and it's usually crap. It's really bad songs. Now, I'm going to try and discuss the final. I'm not totally sure how many songs are in the final or in the second chance or the fifth wheel or whatever it's called. But in the final, let's say that are 6 to 10, because it's an even number anyway. 6 to 10 songs. And then we have to hear them for the perhaps 8th time or 50th time or whatever. And Swedish people are then voting, and then we have a Swedish jury with professionals that are trying to separate the crap from the good parts for people. And then we have a winner, we think. Because in Sweden they have suddenly made, I think, 5 other nations' juries are going to vote on our winner. Now, of course, they don't want it to be a good song, because if it's a good song, then we are going to compete strongly with their nation's contester. So they vote for the crappiest part they can, and it feels like they are talking it together or bribing or whatever in order to get the last one. So the winning song that we want is then overturned by those of the juries of the foreign countries. And suddenly we have a song that not many likes, but it's up there. And we send it away, and we came on 23rd, 25th place, and that's the B team nowadays. Well, if ABBA could see us now, then they can, of course they can. So, I don't like Eurovision Song Contest in Sweden. However, looking at the European version, it's not that bad. On Thursday that week, you have the B team. Often Sweden is in the B team. All the B songs are then trying to get to the last final places, because there are only 22 spots on the final. And UK, United Kingdom, France, Germany, and is it Luxembourg? I think it is, or if it's Belgium. They are always having their spot. They are not going, no, Spain, perhaps it's Spain. There are some countries that's always in the A final. And now we are going to have Australia. That's fun. And the B spots are trying hard on Thursday. And then there is one contest on Saturday. And it's like 3, 5, 6 hours long or something like that. But it is Eurovision Song Contest. It's not a mellow. You don't have mellow candy. You don't have mellow coffee. You don't have... Oh, darn. But in Sweden, we need mellow. It's totally awesome. Right. Thanks for listening. Bye.